Hello, and welcome to Brilliant Minds, the show where we tell the true stories of people who changed the world with their imagination, courage, and kindness. Today's story is about someone who turned their feelings into music that millions of people sing every single day. She started small, dreamed big, and never stopped believing in herself. Her name is Taylor Swift. Once upon a time, in a cozy little town called Reading in Pennsylvania, there lived a girl named Taylor. From the outside, she looked like lots of other kids. She loved animals, books, making up stories, and spending time with her family. But inside, Taylor had a superpower. She could feel things very deeply. Joy, sadness, excitement, fear. She felt it all like a thunderstorm in her heart. But instead of hiding her big feelings, Taylor picked up a pen and wrote them down. She wrote poems and stories, scribbled song lyrics in her notebook, and made up melodies in her head. She listened to her favorite country singers and dreamed of one day hearing her songs on the radio. Even when she was just a kid, Taylor understood something powerful: that music isn't just about singing, it's about telling the truth. Her truth. When Taylor was about 10 years old, everything changed. One Christmas, she got a guitar. At first, it was tough. The strings made her fingers sore and the chords were confusing, but Taylor didn't quit. No way. She practiced every day. On the sofa, in her bedroom, in the back garden, until her fingers learned what her heart already knew: she was meant to make music. Soon she was writing her own songs about things she knew: school, growing up, crushes, friendships, and dreams that felt so big they could burst. She sang at local fairs, festivals, and cafes, performing anywhere that had a microphone and people who might listen. And even when the crowds were small, her dream was huge. Then something amazing happened. When Taylor was just 14 years old, barely a teenager, her family packed up and moved to a place called Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville was the heart of country music. The streets buzzed with songwriters, musicians, and dreamers, just like her. Taylor began knocking on doors and handing out CDs of her songs. She'd smile and say, "Hi, I'm Taylor Swift and I write my own music." Some people didn't listen. Some thought she was too young, but Taylor didn't let that stop her, because she knew something very important. She believed in her voice. And finally, someone else believed too. Taylor got her very first record deal and released her debut album. All songs written by her, all about her life. She sang about being a teenage girl, about heartaches and hopes, and about trying to understand the world around her. And guess what? People loved it. Suddenly, thousands, then millions of people were listening to Taylor's music. Girls and boys, kids and grown-ups, they saw themselves in her songs. She made them feel seen, and she did it all by being completely, unapologetically herself. But the story doesn't stop there. As Taylor grew up, so did her music. She started exploring new sounds, mixing country with pop, and later experimenting with indie and even electronic styles. She wasn't afraid to try new things, even when it meant some people didn't understand right away. She kept evolving, kept learning, and kept writing. Taylor didn't just make music. She made stories. She directed her own music videos, wrote speeches about confidence and kindness, and even stood up for artists' rights so others could share their voices too. Not everyone always liked what she did. Sometimes people said she wasn't good enough, or that she should be quieter or different. But Taylor stayed true to herself, using her voice not just to sing, but to speak up, to support others, and to remind fans that being unique is a gift, not a problem. Over the years, she's won hundreds of awards, filled stadiums with cheering fans, and inspired a new generation of storytellers to pick up a guitar, a pen, or a microphone and say, I've got something to say too. But even with all the lights and trophies and giant crowds, Taylor never forgot what mattered most: the truth in her songs and the feelings that started it all. So, what can we learn from Taylor Swift? That it's okay to feel things deeply, that being different isn't wrong, it's powerful. That if you work hard, stay curious, and lead with your heart, your voice can reach further than you ever imagined. Taylor Swift used her voice to share her story, and maybe one day you will use yours too. Thanks for listening, brilliant minds. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep creating, and always remember the world needs your story. Bye for now.